Hello, people of the internet. It's the Mid Podcast. I'm your host, Brendan, with my co host, Catherine. And today we're going to be reviewing Hawkeye Episode 4. What do you think of it?
Pretty good.
It was a pretty decent episode. The
Yes.
best part was when Yelena showed up, though.
Who doesn't love a blonde Russian chick?
Don't know, but we have some notes. You have more notes than I do. Um, but I noticed that there was a lot of Natasha references in this episode. Like, a lot.
Yeah. Kind of felt like they were paying homage to her. And
Yeah.
they even gave us the flashback of her falling off the cliff. At, what was it?
Vormir?
Voldemort? Yeah.
Voldemort?
Voldemort. Well, she did kind of have Vada Kedavra.
Yeah, she did kind of die. I did like how when they were on the roof and Yelena threw Kate off, that Clint caught her instead of like letting her fall. But also, what's up with Marvel and wanting people to fall recently?
I don't know. I guess it's their signature thing. We'll just push you off a building.
Yeah. So what do you have?
I'm tired of hearing Kate talk about Hawkeye's branding problem.
I mean, but his branding is kind of bland. It's boring.
But he's supposed to fit into society.
Sure.
I mean, what you want him to do? Come out with like neon sign that says "I'm the Hawkeye"?
I mean, that's just painting a target on your back then.
Exactly.
But also not wearing a mask does too.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But
If people are able to see your face, you're kind of SOL.
but if you're a good spy assassin, they're not gonna see you. You get in and out.
Not all the time.
Well, maybe.
So who do you think is more of a villain? The dad or the mom?
I think they both might be bad guys.
I think they are, but who do you think will have like a bigger impact in the
The
villain
mother.
role? Definitely the mother.
There's something about her. I can't put my finger on it.
I think she's working with Kingpin.
I tend to agree with that. Maybe
I think Jack is gonna end up dying.
I would not be upset with that because he is kind of annoying.
You think everybody's annoying?
Pretty much.
So boomerang arrows. Thoughts on those?
I do not want a boomerang arrow coming back at me. Then I'll have to duck, and I'm too old to duck.
Guess you need to learn how to start getting out of the way then. Gotta have good reflexes.
I mean, I do have pretty good reflexes for an old woman.
You're not that old.
Old enough to know better, but still do it.
Yeah, we get that a lot, don't we?
So, I thought the mom, Eleanor, was kind of being a bitch when she brought up Natasha to Clint when he was leaving the apartment.
Yeah. Yeah, that was uncalled for. But it is what it is.
But
Maybe.
then Hawkeye is like, well, I can ensure that Kate will be safe. You let Natasha fall off the side of a mountain. How you gonna ensure that Kate's gonna be safe?
He didn't let Kate fall off the side of... Well, he did, but he caught her.
And then he let her fall through a string of lights.
The string of lights caught her. It broke the fall.
What'd you think about Jack's little sayings?
Eh.
Life is short. You never know what you're gonna get.
He definitely killed the uncle. 100% he killed the uncle.
That's a ripoff from Forrest Gump, though, because Forrest said that
Never seen it.
life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Never seen Forrest Gump.
Good history movie. Might need to check it out.
Possibly.
And then my favorite, absence makes the heart grow older.
Yeah.
Who writes this crap?
People at Marvel Studios.
So what'd you think about Clint telling Kate about him meeting Natasha for the first time?
I thought it was pretty cool. You finally got to hear
His
what
side.
his side of the story. It's like, oh, well, I was hired to take somebody out. I didn't do it because they didn't see him as bad as they thought they were. So,
So who would you think would win hand to hand combat, Maya or Yelena?
oh, can I be biased on this one?
Be whatever you want.
Yelena.
No gadgets, just hand to hand, straight fighting combat.
Hand to Yelena. She has Black Widow training.
That's true.
She knows what she's doing.
Well, Maya has martial arts training.
I just think we haven't seen enough of Maya yet to like actually get a feel for how she fights. If that we've only seen her in two episodes.
Yet. So who did you think the mom was calling when she said, "I need you to call me back"?
I think it's Val.
I'm kind of leaning toward that now since Yelena showed up. At first, I thought it might have been the Kingpin because I'm waiting for him to show up.
It could be the Kingpin, but I think it would be a safer bet if she was calling Val.
It would make more sense since Yelena just showed up.
Yeah.
I tend to agree with that.
But do we think that Val's gonna make an appearance in Hawkeye?
Ooh, good question.
Trying to recruit Kate for something, like she did with Walker at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
And Yelena and Black Widow.
Yeah.
Could be. I think Kate's too goody-goody to join the bad side.
To join the Dark Avengers?
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. Would be cool, though.
Yeah. Could have like a heel turn.
What else was there?
What'd you think about Yelena's outfit? Pretty badass. It was like all black with like neon green eyeglasses.
The spy glasses thingies?
Mm-hmm.
Those were pretty cool.
What'd you think about Kate shooting Maya with that arrow? Maya just ripping it out of her shoulder like, what the hell, bitch? Like, is that supposed to hurt?
She just no-sold that arrow. It's like you got overselling, then you just got no-selling.
Mm-hmm.
She no-sold that arrow.
Mm-hmm. Kind of loved how Yelena made her exit. Just flying off the top of the building.
Swan dive off the building. Whatever works.
You'd swan dive with Yelena off a building.
I can neither confirm or deny that. That's some private information.
Okay, we'll leave it alone.
I'm not ready to share that on the internet just yet.
What do you think about Kate's obsession with bringing down Jack? You think it's because she's jealous?
I think that it's because it's not her actual dad.
But do we know if her actual dad is dead? Because we never seen a body.
True. We never saw a body. But I think the mom killed him. In the first episode, if he is dead, the mom killed her. 100%.
Yeah. The mom definitely had to have something to do with it.
Ooh, yeah.
The mom is definitely a bad guy.
But Kate's obsession to take down Jack, I think it's very worth it. Because Jack just seems like a total douchebag.
You might be a douchebag if your name is Jack.
And you have an accent.
And you have an accent.
And you're obsessed with swords too? You're a douchebag. Without a doubt.
No, being obsessed with swords don't make you a douchebag. That makes you really cool because I like swords myself.
Your name is Jack. And you have a evil mustache.
Also, the evil mustache is what makes you a bad guy.
Yep. It's like Dr. Eggman has his mustache. Evil.
Okay.
If you have a mustache, you're probably evil.
So what you think the next episode is going to be? What are your predictions for the next episode?
The next episode, think they're gonna dive deeper into why Yelena is there. Which we already know why she wants to kill Clint, because
Clint killed her sister, letting her fall off the side of a mountain.
Natasha killed herself.
That's debatable for another day.
That's a debate right now. Natasha killed herself.
Well, if Clint was strong enough, he would have held on to her and she wouldn't have fell.
She pushed off. What do you want him to do?
Even if she pushed off, Clint could have been strong enough and hold on to her.
Not necessarily.
I rest my case.
Well, let me push off the side of a mountain and see if you catch me.
No, because I'd let you fall.
Well, damn!
I'd be like, later, bitch.
We're only one episode into this and you already
Killed you off.
At least give me a season.
A season?
I guess. I don't know.
Why would I do that?
Because why not?
Oh, that's true. You are pretty cool for a kid.
I suppose. Don't Eddie Thaw me. Don't kill me off in the first season.
I don't know. Be like the Flash and kill everybody off in the first episode.
To bring everybody back because of timeline stuff?
Yeah.
They did that last night.
Anyway, back to Hawkeye. Yeah, I hope we get to see more Yelena next episode.
Yeah.
Maybe find out who called to make her show up. Maybe get the Kingpin. Because we only got 2 more episodes, so the Kingpin needs to show up if he's going to show up.
Well, what I saw on Twitter earlier this week was that there was a post-credit scene showing Kingpin. But apparently it got cut for some reason, and they're saving it for next week or the week after.
Well, if they're going to do a season 2, I would save it for the last episode. Have the Kingpin show up the last episode, then that leads you into season 2.
Well, sure, but I also think that with the rumors of Matt Murdock showing up in No Way Home, that why not just have Kingpin show up next week? And then Matt Murdock show up in No Way Home on Thursday.
Yeah. I just want to see the Kingpin. Because he was really good in the Spider-Man animated series.
He's even better in Into the Spider-Verse. The best Spider-Man movie.
Anyway. Hawkeye, episode 4. You think it's the best episode so far?
No.
Last week was boring. Last week was slow. I thought it was the worst episode.
No, I don't think this is the best episode. I think last week's episode was the best.
Oh, last week was slow.
Well,
which it tends to be. Marvel usually does the 3rd or 4th episode.
Very slow.
It's slow, like a filler episode. And then, you know, as they say, shit hits the fan in the next couple of episodes.
I enjoyed last week's episode, though. I also like car chases. And that car chase scene was one of the best scenes in Marvel of all time. And plus, we got the Pym arrow.
Yeah, the Pym arrow is pretty cool.
The Pym arrows was awesome.
So, are we saying Pym Tech is better than Stark Tech?
No. Nanotech beats Pym Tech. I don't think Hank Pym has been able to figure out nanotech yet. That we know of. We don't know what's going on in Ant-Man 3.
Yeah, that's true.
Besides that, King is in it. And MODOK, apparently.
Yeah, I've heard those rumors.
Very cool. Do we think Ant-Man's going to make an appearance in Hawkeye?
I don't see why he would. It would make no sense.
Or, let me put it like this. In the musical, why is Ant-Man in the musical? He had nothing to do with the 2012 Avengers movie.
Yeah, that was kind of stupid. I don't understand that. But
So,
I guess they figure since, you know, he's an Avenger now.
well, then why wasn't Spider-Man in it?
Well, Spider-Man's trash.
So is Ant-Man, but you don't see me complaining.
Well, I mean, Ant-Man is not one of my favorites of Marvel. I'll give you that.
So, I wonder if just somebody saw Ant-Man there. I was like, oh, this dude's there. What the hell? And then it was like, well, I guess he's part of the 2012 Avengers battle now.
But we don't know what Ant-Man was doing in 2012.
No, because we only. Yeah, we do.
Was he in jail?
No. Or we know the version in Endgame of what Ant-Man was doing. I don't think Paul Rudd had the Ant-Man suit yet.
That's what I was saying. He was in jail.
When did the Ant-Man movie come out?
I don't know. I don't keep up with when movies come out. I just watch them. Because, you know, I get bored and there's nothing on TV, so. I mean, if you're going to pay for Disney Plus, might as well use it.
Yeah. Here's a good question. What's better, The Mandalorian or the MCU shows? Including Hawkeye.
Well,
We have-
Marvel's got 4 shows on Disney Plus. Compared to Star Wars, who's only got 2, which is The Bad Batch, which never finished because couldn't get into it, and The Mandalorian, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So,
But
really can't compare because
okay,
Marvel's got more shows.
the live action show, is The Mandalorian better produced and better written than the MCU shows?
No.
Not even Baby Yoda?
Not even with them having Baby Yoda.
Ooh. Cuz I think The Mandalorian's better.
You know what they say about opinions. Opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one.
What else happened in Hawkeye today? Nothing really. It's kind of a bland episode.
It was more of a get to know you. You know,
It was
Clint
more-
opened up a little bit to Kate.
Yeah. Really wasn't that much to
And
talk
Kate
about.
figured out that he was Ronin.
Yeah,
Which I figured, why? How did she not already know that?
Writing. Storytelling. She's from New York. People from New York aren't that smart to begin with.
So you're gonna alienate like the whole state of New York by saying people are not intelligent.
Basically, yeah. Besides Peter Parker and Tony Stark.
Okay.
Besides those two, the rest of New York's kind of... They throw riots up there weekly, pretty much. From what I've seen on Twitter.
This is why you can't believe everything you read on social media.
Have you not seen the videos of Staten Island? There's this dude going around interviewing people on Staten Island. Stupidest stuff ever. But it's funny.
Well, some of the stupidest stuff is the funniest stuff.
Yeah.
Like this podcast.
This podcast is going to be fun. It's going to be really fun.
But I do think the action will pick up next week in Hawkeye. Because we ain't got but 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to cram a bunch of stuff in 2 episodes.
Well, I forgot what show they did it with. Didn't they do like a hour episode? I can't remember if it was in The Mandalorian or one of the MCU shows. I know it wasn't in What If. I think it was Falcon and Winter Soldier where they had...
Well, they did almost an hour. It was like 50-some minutes.
Yeah, near the end of the season.
You think they're going to do a season 2 of Hawkeye? I mean, Jeremy Renner's like 50 years old, still playing Hawkeye.
For a 50-year-old man, Jeremy Renner is in very good shape, though.
I mean, he has to be. He was on the cover of Men's Health this month.
Good point. He has a badass tattoo sleeve, though.
If you're into tattoos, I suppose he does.
That's a very cool tattoo sleeve he has.
Tattoos are not my thing, but they look good on other people.
Depending who it is.
Well, that's what I said. They look good on other people, not me. So what's your prediction for next week on Hawkeye?
We get a full-out Yelena cape fight. And we get Kingpin.
Yelena will kick her ass.
Probably.
Because she's a spoiled little rich bitch from New York.
I could see that, yeah. Plus, Yelena's Russian.
And she's a trained Black Widow.
Well, Russians are just badass to begin with.
Oh, that's true. I am partial to Russians.
I mean, who else would allow beer to be classified as a soda? That's true!
I know it's true. I've studied Russian history. I know. I like Russian culture. I know.
Plus, they got some of the most fearsome leaders of all time.
They make good vodka.
Probably. I haven't had straight vodka yet. It's probably not that good.
Nor do you need to since you are under 21.
Good point. Good point.
So I am ready for Hawkeye episode 5.
I still think we should get Matt Murdock in Hawkeye next week.
I don't know.
But that's just me, because I will want him in No Way Home. We need Charlie Cox in No Way Home.
You're just obsessed with Spider-Man. And we're not even talking about Spider-Man, we're just talking about Hawkeye.
Well, no. You could put Matt Murdock in Hawkeye as well. I don't know how. Marvel probably figured out how.
Have Clint get arrested.
Yeah. Like, yo, I need a lawyer. Oh, well, there's this person that I know named Matt Murdock. But he's already on the case.
Okay. Your obsession with Matt Murdock is...
Daredevil's a good show.
I agree, it's a very good show. I watched it on Netflix. But I just don't get it.
Spider-Man rumors.
I can't wait for us to review Spider-Man. You are not going to shut up, are you?
Not at all.
I'll just be sitting here and be like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Anything else you want to add before we end it?
Kate's an annoying little bitch.
Well, it's Haley Steinfeld.
I mean, I like Haley Steinfeld, her character.
Just the writing of Kate.
The writing of her character, they've made her kind of like the rich, annoying bitch that the common people like me would want to beat the hell out of.
I could see that, but, I mean, they wrote her well, the way they're doing it. She's rich, comes from a rich family, thinks she knows everything. Overachiever, thinks she knows everything as well.
Yeah, but most of you teenage people think that anyway. You millennials.
I don't think that. I'm not a millennial.
Anyway, I want Yelena to kick her ass.
Teach her how to fight.
Somebody needs to, because, I mean, one punch and Maya knocked the shit out of her. I mean, she flipped her over the couch with one punch.
Well, Maya's also just a badass.
I mean,
from what we've seen, Maya's a badass.
Maya punched Kate like freaking a super soldier with super serum knocked the frick out of somebody. Like, she knocked Kate into, like, next year.
Well, next year...
One punch, and she knocked it into next year.
Next year is right around the corner.
Well, yes, that's true.
But I don't have nothing else to add. Like the episode.
Episode's good. Can't wait till next week.
Hopefully we get Kingpin.
Hopefully we get some Kingpin.
More Yelena.
Definitely more Yelena. I love Florence Pugh. She's awesome.
Very true.
Although I was upset she didn't do the pose.
She did! Somewhat.
I missed it.
Somewhat. She kind of did the pose.
Did you know?
Somebody spotted it out in Discord, then when we watched it again, I noticed it.
Oh, okay. Because she's a poser.
I don't think she did a hair flip, because she had her mask on.
Yeah, and well, and her hair was braided, so she didn't have it in a ponytail.
Yeah.
So she couldn't flip it. But Clint's a poser, too. You notice he does the Natasha pose, too, when he lands.
That's just the superhero pose.
Is it the superhero pose?
Because Spider-Man does it. Tony Stark did it.
You know who didn't do it? Captain America.
No, because
You know who else didn't do it?
he could just land on the
Winter
shield.
Soldier.
Bucky Barnes.
Oh no, I take that back. I think he did in the Winter Soldier. I think he did do.
He did the villain pose.
He did the villain pose, but he's a hot villain.
You think most villains are hot though?
I like the villains. I can't help it.
You think Tom Hiddleston's hot?
Yes. I mean, who don't love Loki, God of Mischief?
People who don't like Loki. Just
Well,
saying.
They have bad opinions, and their opinion don't count no more.
What happens? The opinions are like buttholes, and everyone's got one.
They don't have one.
Oh, their opinions don't matter.
Exactly. Their opinions don't count if they do not like Loki.
So I don't. So say I don't like the Winter Soldier. Does my opinion not matter?
Your opinion does not matter. And if you do not like the Winter Soldier, I'm kicking you out of my house.
You wouldn't do that to me.
If you do not like the Winter Soldier, might have to consider it.
I like the Winter Soldier. He's a
He is
badass.
pretty badass. I mean, what female doesn't love a man with a metal arm?
You got
And
a
they
metal
can kick
arm?
ass. They can kick
Sweet.
ass. And they can kick ass. Like, he can kick ass with one hand.
But I have nothing else to add.
I think we're good. We'll see all these lovely people next time when we are back.
Review AEW on Saturday.
Yes, AEW on Saturday. MJF in his hometown.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be sweet.
I think they're gonna boo him just to mess with him, because he's been going around saying everybody loves me, everybody loves me.
It's gonna get in said,
Yeah.
and that's why he's gonna lose the AEW Diamond ring.
I don't know, because you know Wardlow's in that match too, in that battle royal.
Warlow turns on him.
I've been thinking that, but I don't know. But we'll discuss that
On Saturday.
On
We'll see what
Saturday.
happens tonight on Dynamite. And Friday on Rampage.
Yep.
So, that's it for the Mid Podcast.
We are midding our way out of this podcast.
So, we'll see all you lovely people next time.